Welcome to this special Valentine's weekend edition of the AWIHL here in Brisbane, Boondall, Iceworld, where we are gearing up to watch the number 2 ranked Brisbane Lightning take on the number 5 ranked Rush, who are trying to keep their dreams alive to make it into finals this year. This is a near sellout crowd today and tomorrow, and the most sold tickets we have heard today ever in the history of the women's Lightning team. I think a little bit in part maybe to the Winter Olympics, but also very much in part to this amazing team that is just going up and up throughout the season. We're seeing the fire behind line number 1 with imports Anne-Marie Fitzgerald and Emma Witherich, and homegrown star Lindsay Killinek. The chemistry of those three is electric. Also today we have a special jersey tribute. It is an alumni weekend here. It's the 20th anniversary of the Brisbane Goannas. They've done sort of a mashup jersey between the Lightning and the Goannas. You've got the original colors that are out there. And they're very, very proud to show that Goannas heritage that remains at the core of who they are. They are one of the founding members of the AWIHL. I had a very good chat today with Lisa McMahon, who is one of the people who started the club, and she's still on the team, still on the roster this year. All of the players are going to dress this weekend, and you can find those jerseys for sale online at 32auctions.com, which is also linked through all of the Lightning media. So get online and you can have a bid of those, and we'll have a special puck drop later today as well. Lachlan, over to you.
Yeah, it's going to be a great weekend of hockey here at Boondall. It's Valentine's Day, as we said. The barn is packed, and yeah, definitely, as you said, the Winter Olympics definitely got a lot to do with it. I think those Carter boys definitely helped out. They put a lot of eyes on the club here. And as you said as well, just the hockey that's being played in this barn right now. Brisbane are the team to watch right now in this league. And, you know, the ice are falling from where they were last year. And, you know, but don't forget, this Adelaide team was in the finals last year as well. Brisbane beat them in the semifinal to make it to the grand final last year. So there is belief in this roster that they can get there, but they have a lot of work to do. So let's lay it out for you, basically, what Adelaide needs to make finals. They need to win every game, and Sydney needs to lose every game, essentially. They're 9 points back with 4 games to play, as they've got another set of games next weekend. And it's a lot. It's a big hill in front of them. And I know for Sydney, they'd love to just get a point this weekend and just to wrap everything up, because even just 1 point pretty much secures it for them. So Adelaide, they've got to get going hard. They've got to get going fast. And if we saw this game, the return fixture down in Adelaide earlier this season, hard and fast is exactly how this Adelaide Rush team plays ice hockey. So we're getting set a couple minutes to go. You talked about the Goannas jerseys before. They look great. I just got here a couple years ago back to Australia, so I never got to see the original ones, and they look fantastic. It's great to see Brisbane playing in that gold and blue, as we know many Brisbane teams to play in. But just Brisbane's slowly but surely becoming a hockey town. We talk about it all the time. Jay Partridge and I talked about it during the State of Origin series last weekend when there was 2 sold-out nights for that series. So the fact that Brisbane's coming out for the under-20s, they're coming out for the women's team as well, and it's not just the AIHL team that they're coming out for, well and truly shows this is a great hockey town. It's an educated fan base, I will say, compared to a lot of ice hockey fans here in Australia. The Brisbane fans know the game well, they love the game, and they're studied, right? They're studied up on the game, and most Brisbane fans you talk to will go and watch 13 hours of hockey this week, just randomly between the NHL and the Olympics and all that. And it's awesome to see that this city is really, because you look at Queensland, it's known for beaches and sunshine, not necessarily ice hockey. And we're seeing right now with the women, we're seeing right now with the men, there's a great great generation of young talent coming up through the ranks right now.
I would just say I have been watching hockey here for about 10 years, and for a long time it was the women. If you wanted to watch good hockey, you had to come and watch the women, and that's where it was at. So the Goannas really brought a lot. They've always played here in Boondall. It's very, very exciting to see them with these jerseys on. They have the Goanna patch on their shoulders.
And you know, it's a Goannas team that it took a while to find some success, right? And they really didn't find any medals at all until they found the silver medal last year. And it's really time, I think, that it's Brisbane's time to really show what they can do. And this team, I know for a fact, wants to become a dynasty in the next couple of years.
We're going to get ready for the anthem, and we will be back in just a moment. Today on the ice for the officials, we have Daryl Dunsford, who is a former coach of the Goannas. We have Tommy Harkness, also a former coach, and Mark O'Brien. We have a very special puck drop here for you today. This is Gemma Wallace coming out onto the ice. She is a founding member of the Brisbane Goannas from 2006 when they joined the AWIHL. She played forward and defense until 2015, and she was the captain from 2012 to 2014, and you can hear the cheers for her right now.
This just kind of shows you the mindset of Adelaide coming into these last couple games. It doesn't matter if it's a ceremonial puck drop or the opening puck drop. They're out there to take this game very seriously. They know the work they've got to do, and let's see if they can do it. Adelaide fans, I know, watching this game at home are going to be on the edge of their seats for this one, and I know I will be as well.
I just wanted to point out that's Lisa McMahon and Kelly Costa, the current captain, escorting Gemma off of the ice as she slides her way up. You can't see that on camera right now, but it's very lovely to see the three of them together, all Goannas
together
players.
Again, too.
Together again, yeah.
So
great thing.
We're getting set for the just final preparations before the puck drop here. How great is it to see a lot of green in the barn here tonight? I know you see it most Lightning women's games. You see from time to time a Goannas jersey in the crowd, but it really looks like everyone's opened the closet and dusted off the old Goannas jerseys for this one, which is awesome to see because I personally, one of the places where my autism shines is jersey collecting, ice hockey jerseys, and just things like that. So to see all these old jerseys out in the crowd, it makes my heart smile.
I hope you're going to hop online and get some bidding action in.
Oh, I've already placed a couple bids, actually.
I saw Anne-Marie Fitzgerald's jersey was quite highly priced already, so that was exciting.
You see, I went for one of the locals. I'm not going to say who, but I went for one of the locals.
I also went for one of the locals, but I bet you can guess who.
I wonder who.
I wonder who that would be.
So she'll be in the lineup tomorrow, it sounds like.
We're going to have every player dressed
So
this
don't you worry if you're buying one of these game-used jerseys. They are, in fact, game-worn. Coach Meyer came up here and gave us that promise this evening.
And today, I think we're going to see, who did he say we're going to see in net today?
So it's going to be Katie Meyer in net today against Emma Moonen. That's going to be a great goaltending battle. So Moonen is sitting at about a 4.04 goals against average. She's had 4 wins and 8 losses with a shutout on the season, I might add. That was a fantastic performance. 8.62 save percentage. And the very similar number over in the other net, it's Katie Meyer, who is 7 wins, 2 losses, so a much better record. But the number's about the same, 3.78 GAA and 8.84 save percentage.
We have the puck has gone back to Adelaide and into Brisbane zone, and Brisbane is working to take that out. Madison LaPlante passes it across, and I've just realized with the new jerseys, I don't recognize everybody immediately, so I'm going to do a little bit of work. Emma Whitfish with the puck now in the corner and battling on the boards. We have Nat Eretz, Annie Fitzgerald there as well, and popped out to the blue line to LaPlante and back to Mossman. If you haven't caught Mossman on the socials yet, look her up on Instagram. She is a stunt woman. She's been playing Spartacus and has some very impressive reels. Mossman passes that puck up and out of the zone and back out to the rush. Tapped in again by Wuthridge. Wuthridge trying to get there first, working her way around. And we see that physicality already with Tehima battling for that.
Adelaide love to play this game. They're going to try and slow this down and turn this into as much of a grind as they can for Brisbane.
And it comes out on the stick of Tehima. Tehima moving it up the boards to Cybulski. Cybulski, one of the top point scorers for the team as well. She sends it in and goes for a change and a back around. A little bit of forward checking from Adelaide and fighting into the boards. They're still stuck there. Kobita's there ready to support and take on that puck when she can. And that was Ellie Fisher fighting for it. That one goes over towards the goal and back up to the side. Courtney Mahoney now. First shot on that was for the rush.
I like what I'm seeing so far here early from Adelaide. When you're outgunned, at least on paper, you got to turn the game into a bit of a grind. We saw it in the Latvia-USA men's game at the Olympics.
Mahoney going in, just loses control, and that's sent back out the other direction by Venus. Down all the way, not icing. Picked up by number 24, Amanda Dixon. She sends it out to Fisher. Fisher trying to keep it away. She's gone down. Kobita is there, and there is offside. Nope, tripping.
No, there's going to be a trip going against the rush here. So the first meet at Billy's power play here for the Brisbane Lightning. So they are going to have a fantastic opportunity early here in this game, 17:57. I like Brisbane on these couple early breakouts they've had. They're trying to really stretch this ice out wide, and they're trying to make Adelaide cover as much ice as they can, wear out those legs early, and likewise, Adelaide trying to turn this game into an absolute grind.
That penalty was on Kobita, who already had 55 penalty minutes coming into this game, so that will add to her record as the most penalized player on her team. That one now in control by the Lightning. Sharnita Crompton being chased by Malthaner. Crompton moving it away, being pressured. That's a good way to kill the penalty if you're the rush. Passing it out to LaPlante. LaPlante having a sensible pass, just goes past the stick of Killinick. Over to Fitzgerald, picked up momentarily by Killinick, trying to control it to get it into the zone, and they're going to fight in the boards for that puck. I think every second of this game is going to be fought hard for.
Absolutely. Adelaide are going to try and grind this one out, like I've said before, try and just really take the wind out of the sails of the Lightning team.
Wuthridge's shot was blocked by number 9 Malthaner, and now we are back across in the possession of Annie Fitzgerald. She sends it up to LaPlante. LaPlante's going to chase that in, and she is running against Kirsty Venus. That one, I think, will count as a shot on. A little rebound, and LaPlante gets the goal.
Madison LaPlante getting herself to a fantastic area there at the back post. The shot gets taken on. A great initial save there by Moonen, but the rebound was just there. And Madison LaPlante, actually, if we get to see this on the replay, a little bit of luck involved in this as well, too, as she's just in the perfect spot, drives baseline, and the puck gets knocked up there. And then the secondary knock there by Lindsay Klinick just kind of knocks it right onto LaPlante's stick, sneaks right past the foot of the goaltender Moonen, and Brisbane lead 1-0. And it's another power play goal for Brisbane. That'll take them up to 18 for 95. They came into this game at about 18%, which doesn't sound great, but it's a huge improvement on where they were earlier in this year, which was about the 6% number.
We'd like to thank our power play sponsor, Meet at Billy's. That was a Meet at Billy's power play goal, and we are coming back towards Brisbane. That one, Abby Brown sending it across, back to Amanda Dixon, up to Grace Kalambakis, and still in the zone, being pressured by Adelaide. Coming out now back to Malthaner. Malthaner taking control. Good hard pass, almost picked off by Brown, off of the skate of Sinclair. Sinclair coming after it, passed back out by Adelaide while they're going for a change, not able to control it, and sent back in just past Eris towards Moonen and over to Wiegand. Back out of the zone.
Adelaide are going to have to play a very smart game here tonight. They're Brisbane already all over them. They've got to cut down these passing lanes, and they've got to really make Brisbane work a little bit harder entering the zone here.
Shot blocked. Wuthridge made the shot. There was good work between Wuthridge and Fitzgerald. It's knocked out of the zone now. Wuthridge trying to get it back in. Alt's captain doing the most. Fobita trying to get in control of that puck, gets it away from LaPlante, bounces it off of the boards and goes around the other side. Mossman now trying to keep it away from Martin. Goes forward, Mossman trying to get there again. Now Cybulski with it, pops back out. Lethbridge picks it up. She passes it across to LaPlante. LaPlante chips it up to Kilinik. It was a beautiful passing. Kilinik in the zone, keeps it away from number 59, Christy Venus. And that one goes back around the boards to the other side, up to Costa. Costa keeping it in. Again, one of the Goannas players, Billy Costa. And we can hear the Adelaide bench very loudly from where we're sitting. There's a lot of energy down there right now. Costa.
One of the Goannas plays. It's really, I know it's really hard to not call them the Goannas tonight. That jersey out there is getting us both feeling very, yeah, gets us both feeling nostalgic. Here comes Adelaide on the rush.
On the shot on, saved by Meyer. That's 2 shots on for the rush now. 14:53. Yes, I fully went into Goannas mode, didn't I? Yeah, back around. Cybulski doing her most, trying to get that puck in. Cannot do it. Back around the other side now. I think that's Jamie Gooden. Also one of the Goanna. Oh no. Well, yeah, Jamie Gooden.
Yeah, former Goanna as well.
Former Goanna as well. I was just making sure that was.
There's
Jamie.
not many players in this team that are over the age of 22 that aren't former Goannas players.
Fair point there. Back onto the stick of Langevin and a shot onto Meyer. She decides to control that smartly.
I love that there from Adelaide. Just get pucks in front of the net, especially when you're down 1-0. Sometimes just pressure Katie Meyer. She hasn't had many opportunities come her way so far here. Just throw one on. You see it here on the net. You got a player in a very good position. That's Jamie Lund there hanging out in front of the net. And also I want to give a shout out to Jordan Kulbita on that last shift. Fantastic shift there. And a lot of that type of grind that goes on song.
That is right. Back into control by the Rush. The Rush looking to make something of it. Keep getting interrupted. Both sides. A lot of interrupted plays from the defense. Good defensive work. Lund's back with the puck again. That one's chipped out of the zone. And back to number 59, Venus. Back in they go into the zone. Venus still staying on it. Now Rapchuk trying to do something. Picked up again by the Rush. And trying to take shot on, sweeps across to the other side of the ice. Malthaner sending it around. And another attempted shot stopped. Back over to Kalambokas. She clears the zone. Official jumps out of the way.
Slight positioning error there from Adelaide. If they had a player on the back post, this game's 1-1. They need to hold their positions a little bit better because sometimes, as we saw with the first Brisbane goal, these opportunities are going to fall right in your lap.
Fitzgerald just working her way around and putting a shot on very cleanly. She was pressured, but she never lost control.
One thing I've always liked about Amy Fitzgerald's game, I say like I've watched her more than this season, but one thing I've liked this season from her is if nothing's happening, if the game kind of stalls out, she's going to get the puck on her stick and she's going to drive and try and do it herself. So a very dangerous player who loves to create opportunities.
You would never be able to fault her work ethic. She is just always going. Number 24, Elena Haluk with the puck, sends it around the other side. Coming in now is Madison LaPlante, who had the last goal, and she's going to keep working it around. She tries to shove it in, puck's still sitting there. Another opportunity, LaPlante's going to keep on going. She's got Wuthridge covering her position right now. Now Lindsay Kilinik with the puck. Kolbita is there, ready to do something. Wuthridge is also helping. Kilinik's trying to get it out. Kolbita. Everyone's left the puck behind for just a second, almost like they gave up. And now we have Kolbita bringing the puck up, shooting it before it gets to the red line, but right on to the glove of Katie Meyer. Wuthridge with the puck now. Big pass across to Kilinik. Again, this line is very, very powerful. Awesome chemistry. Kilinik enters the zone. She's being watched by Venus. Those two know each other well, have played against each other for a number of years. Kilinik passes it to Goonan. Goonan taps it forward, hits the stick of Moonen, and back around the corner we go. Back to Goonan. Goonan sending it into the corner. And passed across to Courtney Mahoney. Fresh legs right out there. Came in with speed, but wasn't able to get the shot off, and it comes back out of the zone again. Defensive
Miscommunication there from the Rush. That shouldn't have even been opportunity for Brisbane, but the two players miscommunicated in the back, but they're able to create something on the forecheck here, and they're able to get another shot on goal. Katie Meyer saw that the whole way, though.
Lund did have a very nice shot, but Katie was ready for the task with the glove.
Especially coming in from that the goaltender's right side, the left side of the ice. Katie Meyer's so strong at getting up against that post and then using her stick in the left hand, using the glove in the left hand to cover the whole left-hand side of the net. She's fantastic at that. So Adelaide really need to change the angles up and get some more dangerous shots on the net.
With Sharnita Crompton there in center, who used to play for the Rush at some point, I do believe. And that one sent back towards Meyer. Boonen's going to collect. Boonen sending it around past Costa. Lund is still there on the ice. We did look at the numbers. There's a bit of a shorter bench, another shot onto Meyer, and a save. A bit shorter bench for the Rush today, so we will see how they're feeling at the end of the game.
Yeah, we'll see if they're able to keep up this pace, right? We talked about it here pretty much the whole half of this first period. They need to kind of turn this one into a grind for Brisbane. Brisbane love to work quick. They love to work fast, especially with that top line. They're going to beat you with their pace. So Adelaide, I want to see them getting bodies in front of these Brisbane players and just making everything a work, everything a grind. Great shot there.
Riley Martin had won that face-off, and it did go off of Katie Meyer back to Rapchuk, sending that up the boards, and potential icing call, and it is.
Yep, Tommy Harkness with his arm up there, saw it the whole way coming down. Adelaide with a great opportunity now coming with the face-off. It looks like it's going to be to the left of Katie Meyer here. So plenty of time for them to get to work with, and the shots are on target, so it's not like this game is getting away from them, right? I realize they need to start getting to work. Obviously, they need to win every game to keep their season alive. But right now, it's not panic stations at all for Adelaide.
Martin won that face-off, quick shot onto Meyer, and back into possession by Dixon. Dixon sending it up the boards, just goes a little bit too far past her player, and now sent ahead by Venus, and picked up by Cybulski. Cybulski leaves the puck behind. Grace Kalambukas pushed her off of the puck, and it's coming back into possession of Amanda Dixon over to Katrina Rapchuk. And back up we go. Kate Sinclair gets across the red line, sends it and goes for a change. That's being chased down by Venning.
Great job by Adelaide to create a shot right off the faceoff. It was a thunderbolt off the stick on the one-timer, and Katie Meyer made a great save.
Will beat a really hard pass into the boards. Comes back into Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald going in with Wetheridge. You can hear the crowd getting a little bit charged up. Pass over to LaPlante. LaPlante's ready to take a shot. That one blocked by the Rush. That was Kobita who took that shot, and LaPlante resetting. She sends it back across to Kilinik. Kilinik seeking a little bit different position. Tahima was pestering her quite a lot. Now Mossman being pestered again. Really good pressure from Adelaide at the moment. Back to Wetheridge. Wetheridge coming up the left-hand side, near side of the boards. Eris and Haluk take the puck away. Haluk sending it around to number 92, Vegan. And trying to get it out of the zone. Wetheridge uses her foot to keep it in. She sends it back. And Vegan sends it out. Lost stick collected. Meanwhile, Eris with the puck, resetting, trying to get position. There's a lot of traffic. I think that hit Meyer.
Yeah, it got the stick of Meyer. It was a stick save there.
And Kilinik trying to do something back to LaPlante. That line's been out there for quite a little bit. They'll be looking to change. Mossman trying to move the puck up, and she sends it well into the boards.
Heads up down there.
And the Adelaide bench is asking for a call on
They're
that
saying,
one.
no, they're asking to say it was tipped, I think, or no. So they want to lay a game. Jeremy Friedrich down there asking the linesman for it.
Intentional.
And the referee laughs it off with him. So Adelaide getting ahead right now on the shots on target. I want to see them keep creating these shots and keep testing Katie Meyer, because one of these will eventually beat her.
Crompton won that face-off, goes back to Boonen, and that one still free in the boards. Boonen using the body, picked up by Crompton. Crompton's going to move the puck now, sending it out of the zone, and Mahoney there. And an offside.
Mahoney just skated too far for it. It was a great job there by Tiffany Venning, who was just saw that Mahoney streaking the whole way and started forcing her out to try and make it harder for her to pick up the puck. Mahoney compensated by trying to put the Jets on a little bit. Just got a little too far in front of the puck, and it's going to be offside. I like this, though, from Brisbane. They're using their speed. They're breaking the puck out. And Adelaide, right now, for at least, they're getting bodies on, and they're making things difficult for Brisbane as we get a Windows notification here in the barn.
You can hit every computer at the same time.
Yeah, that was a Windows security update here, I believe, just based on the ping.
Crompton back to Costa, and Adelaide trying to make something of it, trying to get it in front of the net. Meyer covers it.
You could almost use that as like a like you're putting your first line defense out there. Get the security update, you know. 8:58 here to go in this first period. The Lightning or the Goannas, whatever you want to call them here tonight,
they're the Lightning. We're going to brand
they're
them
up one.
correctly.
They're up 1-0. The Lightning. Adelaide, though, they need to fight. We've talked about it all night here so far. They need to win every single game here for the rest of the season. But as we said, no panic right now because yes, Brisbane are up 1-0 on the score. But right now, I'd say the advantage slightly goes to the Rush.
Abby Brown trying to break that out with Kate Sinclair for support, and Adelaide's fighting. Wiegand is there. They are fighting for it as much as they possibly can. Kavita in the mix, trying to fish that out. And again, it's very hard to see the jerseys. You can see on your screen as well. Even the players have lost sight of the puck momentarily. It's still there in the boards. And shoved back to Cybulski. Cybulski sends it out and across, picked up by Grace Kalambokas. She keeps it away and in position, passing it to Abby Brown, who enters the zone on her knees. Picked up by Grace Kalambokas. There's an arm in the air.
Oh, man. Daryl Dunsford saw it from the back. There was very light contact. The skater lost her stick, and I feared as soon as she went down, the arm was going to go in the air. But you know, from the angle where Daryl Dunsford was standing, that looks like a trip, 100%. From here, you can see the contact. There was contact there with the stick. I think it was very, very minimal. But, you know, the timing's there. The referee's got to call what he sees, and he saw that there. So Brisbane right now, another meet at Billy's power play. Second one of the night. They're 1 for 1.
That is an import, Riley Martin, who has been playing center, who has gone to the penalty box now. Wuthridge over to Crompton. Crompton making room, passing across to LaPlante. LaPlante sending it into the corner. Back to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald coming around. I love watching how she skates. Back to Wuthridge. That one just went wide. Didn't quite meet the stick of Killinick. Over to Fitzgerald again. Fitzgerald back to Killinick. Killinick taking her time. Over to Wuthridge. Wuthridge back to Killinick. Fighting in front of the net. That one interrupted by number 21, Tahima.
I want to see Brisbane get more sticks on the ice when they're there at the back post. Get the stick on the ice. Who knows? You might get a deflection, but you can't get that deflection if the stick's not down.
Crompton coming around behind the net and being watched by Venus. Back around to Fitzgerald, picked up by Venus this time. Venus goes down, no arms in the air, and the Adelaide bench would like something to be called.
Solid contact there by 21. Thema from Adelaide, the captain.
Back to Fitzgerald again. Fitzgerald coming around. She leaves it behind. Backhand pass to Wuthridge. And a nice tap in from Lindsay Killinick. Very patient.
See, we saw it there on the first opportunity they created on the power play. Killinick was completely unmarked at the back post. The stick just wasn't on the ice, right? You take that shot through, and she can't get it in. But right there, she's waiting for it. She's ready. The stick's down, and nobody's near her. Adelaide, you got to mark someone like that on the back post. Brisbane, they lead 2-0 now, and whereas I said before, Adelaide, it's not panic stations yet. They concede another one. It very well could become all hands on deck.
I'll just call out the shots. The Rush have 10 shots. The Lightning only 6. So Moonen's going to want to, focus.
And you know, the way we're seeing up until that goal, I really, really liked what we were seeing from Adelaide, right? They're creating shots. They're taking them from different angles. They're making Brisbane work really hard. Brisbane just have 2 power play goals here right now, and that's the difference.
Back to Cybulski. Cybulski's trying to move into the zone, being pestered by Kalambokas. Kalambokas playing a good defensive, offensive game today. Back around we go. Katrina Rapchuk passing it forward to Brown, off of her stick. She pokes it away from Cybulski, though. That one going in to Wiegand, and Brown being the biggest pest. Some players collide. That was Sinclair taking a little coincidental hit there. And back to the Rush. That one tapped in just wide of Meyer. And Meyer waits for Cybulski and then covers it.
So a little stick tap there on the glove of Katie Meyer, and she heard about it for her troubles. Adelaide just getting another line out here right now. 6:30 here to go in this first period. I'd love to see Adelaide try and force this puck down low here, get it into the corner, and as bad as this sounds, try and draw a penalty, man.
That one controlled by the Lightning. Coming out Fitzgerald, somehow a shot onto Meyer. She covered it, picked her hands up, and put her hands back down and covered it again.
You know, and keep doing this on the power play. I know from a casual fan's perspective, what they're doing right now might not look effective. It might not look like good power play hockey. But just keep getting pucks on net. because there's one stat that any team should look at right here, and it's a glaring stat with Katie Meyer, and that's no shutouts this season. And if you keep throwing pucks on net, eventually you're going to beat her.
Here comes Annie Fitzgerald entering the zone, taking it across to Killinick. Killinick shot onto Moonen. It was saved. The puck is still in play. Coming out now to Tahima. Tahima keeping it away. Back to LaPlante. Gets past LaPlante. LaPlante's going to pick it up into the corner.
A great move by Brisbane on the last rush, but Moonen saw that coming the whole way and was able to get back and cover the back post. Great goaltender awareness.
That one stripped off. Lund took that away from Killinick, but Killinick gets back with the puck again, and she's moving that through. Back with Fitzgerald entering the zone, but stopped by Langevin. Annie Mossman sending it back to Killinick. Killinick sends it in and goes for a change. Meanwhile, Courtney Mahoney is back out on the ice. Christy Venus there. Rush setting it up, back to Lund. Lund sending it across, almost picked off by Crompton. Fisher ready to go. That one bounces off the boards and back to Lund's stick. Mahoney just chasing, really strong forechecking from the Lightning. We haven't seen this much forechecking in any of the other games as far as I'm aware.
If you look at the times when they've been really successful, when they had that game up here against the Melbourne Ice, is when their forecheck gets going and they don't let the other team do anything. And right now, Brisbane are making it very hard for the rush.
Bending past that to Cybulski. Cybulski made a pretty nifty play, but lost control of the puck. Out. Player down. That was Juanita Crompton. She'll go for a change. Back out. Past the Lightning. Trying to do something with it. And Rush trying to bring it back out. Pobita is there. I can see the intensity is ramping up little by little. By the time we get to the end of this period, we can expect a very fierce battle to be waging. Yeah,
this Adelaide side, they're not really at the side of the table they want to be on the results, but this team has zero quit in their DNA.
Costa sent that back up. Cybulski trying to keep it in, and back out to Kate Sinclair. Kate Sinclair sends it across just wide of the goal, but she was definitely clear of the red line. And Venus
no look to on that shot. I like that. Look up like you're going to dish one off the wall and then just rip a shot at the goaltender. See if you can beat him.
Pobita coming in, far side of the ice, getting around Dixon. She takes a shot on Meyer. Dixon trying to keep it clear. Back up the boards to Lindsay Killinick. Lindsay Killinick entering the zone, followed by Fitzgerald. She needs to get around, not able to do so. Martin keeping it away. And Wutherich there to assist. Coming back out and past Dixon. Number 9, Multhaner, having a really good game. Coming after, blocking that pass from Fitzgerald. Picked up again. Multhaner still going after it. Still in the zone for the rush. Getting past the players. They're creating a little bit of an opportunity now. That they keep sending players up, keep sending players. They've got another fresh player out on the ice now. Wiegand tried to take a shot. It was blocked. And finally, Fitzgerald brings it out of the zone. Fitzgerald sends it on net, and she goes for a change.
Brisbane are quite passive right now. I want to see Adelaide get a little more active and make Brisbane pay for one of these mistakes, because they're making a few of them out there right now.
Crompton now coming into the zone and trying to come out with that puck, but Lund is there to protect it. Lund brings it out of the zone, back to Madison LaPlante. She sends it straight back to Fisher. Back into the corner it goes. Rush trying to shake off Mahoney. Does do so successfully. That was Haluk sending it up the other side. And it's still in thanks to Mossman. Back around behind the goal with Courtney Mahoney. Mahoney being followed by Langevin. Oh, no arms in the air for that.
No, there is an arm in the air.
I was like, whoa.
There's going to be an elbowing is the call. There was some good solid contact there. I think she just lost track of the puck and then just skated through the Brisbane player there.
That's one I'll watch again at home.
So we're going to see it's on 2. Jamie Lund going back to the box again. I believe that's her second penalty tonight. And so the power play unit for Brisbane getting some more work. Meet at Billy's power play. They're getting their name out there once again.
I saw there's a Meet at Billy's I didn't know about by the Angelica Cinema the other day, and I was very, very
And they just opened one up in Wollongabba as well,
yeah,
too.
Yeah.
That opened, I think, about 3-4 weeks ago.
I was very, very excited to see that. All right, a little bit of discussion happening waiting for the players to come out for this penalty kill for the Rush.
Yeah, the coaching staff down there, Jeremy Friedrich and Sammy Mantier, are not happy with that last call. And, I don't blame them.
Fitzgerald wins the face-off, gets it to Wuthridge. Wuthridge sends it back to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald being taken down a little bit by Venus, and over to Crompton, backhanding it to Wuthridge. Wuthridge has time and space, sends it to the plant. We've got the crowd cheering, let's go Lightning. And Fitzgerald takes a shot. Moonen almost lost track of that, I think. And comes back around to LaPlante to Wuthridge. Wuthridge to Fitzgerald. And back into the boards. Madison LaPlante with the puck. She looks to send it back to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald back to Wuthridge. Sends it. Oh, yes, a goal from Emma Wuthridge.
I believe that one got tipped there in the slot. Whoever that was, I think, will probably get credit for this one.
Looks like Emma's going to take credit.
Wuthridge is taking the credit for it. Could have been just a screen there, actually. Could have maybe made the goaltender think there was going to be a deflection. But you see here on the replay, Clinic was streaking to that back post. Brisbane are all over the fact that Adelaide aren't guarding this back post right now. And that's 3 for 3 on the power play right now. So Adelaide, they're not playing a bad game. It's just 3 penalties. And now, I said it before, panic stations, everyone. Well and truly, it's time for Adelaide to knuckle up and get to battle stations, because their season is on the line and it's staring them right in the face.
When we have our break, we'll look a little bit at the stats, but the points per game, I believe Emma Wuthridge is way up there in the AWIHL.
Emma Wuthridge is 4th all-time in the AWIHL points per game, just like Andy Fitzgerald is also 4th in the AWIHL's goals per game all-time.
So that was another goal by Emma Wuthridge, who came into the Lightning
what a
about
performance she's had.
Halfway through the season in January.
And you notice when this Lightning team really got everything together and started clicking, it's when Emma Wuthridge came back.
That's right.
She's an incredible player. She's got 34 points in 8 games played. 8. Yeah. David Booth didn't even have those numbers in the AI last year. Emma Wuthridge is an incredible player.
That one just goes wide of the goal, back around to the other side, and Rush trying their best to keep it in. Coming back out on the stick of Mahoney. No, she passes it out, and Christy Venus will take control and try to set something up. She gets it to Eris. Eris entering the zone. Eris has Tahima, and that one, again, frozen by Meyer.
Something that Adelaide's got to pick up on, because I've picked up on it too, and surely I can't be the only person in this barn that's picked up on it. Get someone to the back post. Every time you're ripping one of these shots, Katie Myers getting down in the butterfly and is saving it with her stick and giving up a huge rebound. Get someone to the back post. You will knock this in, I promise you, Adelaide.
But her defenders usually are very aware of her positioning, and you can see them sweep in as needed.
Exactly. They're very well aware of it too, but I need to see Adelaide more aware of it too.
Well, after they watch this broadcast
and we're seeing,
today,
it's all kicking off here between the Adelaide bench and the linesman right here.
That puck went nowhere, but now it's with Abby Brown. Abby Brown bringing it in, trying to knock Venus off of the puck, not able to do so. Venus with the puck coming around the other side. She's being bothered by Brown just a little bit, and that is the end of the period.
So Brisbane come out, the perfect start. And all season we've talked about how bad they've been on the power play. Well, right now they are 3 for 3 right now, 100% on the night. And right now, Adelaide, it's their Achilles heel. They need to, honestly, Adelaide needs to discipline it up, need to get a bit better with these penalties, and they need to get, as I said before, get down low. This sounds dirty. It kind of is. Get down low. Let the sticks get in at your skates. Fall to the ice. You've got yourself a trip. You've got yourself a power play. Adelaide right now, when your season is staring you in the face, someone's got to step up. Someone's got to make something happen. Because right now, they are down 3-0, and a loss tonight ends their season. I can't wait to see what this team's going to come up with, because as we said before, the Adelaide Rush, yes, they're 5th on the ladder. There's zero quit in this team. This team is gritty. This team is tough. This team has heart, and they've got 2 periods to save their season. So we will be back in about 15 minutes' time, and the Rush are going to get to work. Don't go anywhere. 15 minutes. We will be back with the second period of action here on AWIHL TV. And we are back live here. We are back live here from Boondall Iceworld for game one of this, the final homestand of the season for the Brisbane Lightning here in the Australian Women's Ice Hockey League. If you're just joining us right now, Adelaide have a lot of work to go in front of them. They have their season on the line here tonight. They've got to keep winning out for the remainder of the season. And Brisbane right now, 3 for 3 on the power play. That is the difference right here. And Brisbane all season, the story. .5.5%. So Brisbane, a lot of things have come together here in the late of the season. And one of the things we talked about, Emma Wuthrich, and just how big she's been coming back into this lineup. But Amy, we have a little bit of a very special game here tonight. You've seen the jerseys, not the typical black and white you see the Brisbane Lightning wearing. They've got the green, they've got the gold, and they got the blue. Tell us a little bit about it.
I was talking with Lisa McMahon a little bit before the game. So again, one of those founding members when the AWIHL got started up, and she told me just quite a lot of the history. And one of the things that she pointed out that was meaningful to me is that people have loved the Goannas, not because they were a great team from the beginning, partially because they were an original team, but also that there's been a good mix of players from different states. At different times, different cities have had teams or have not had teams, and then the women have traveled and they've played with each other. So there's a culture of these women knowing each other over the past 20 years, and it's been really fantastic to watch them play. The goanna itself, a symbol from Queensland. If you've ever seen one in the wild, they are fierce animals, and it's just a great symbol for Australia, I think.
And you know, the Goannas fans, let's talk about the fan base for a second, because the one word I think is the only word I can think of to describe them, and that's loyal. They've been loyal from the start. Brisbane, the results have not been good at times. This team has struggled a lot over the years, and to see them where they are today, which is not only, I think, not only one of the front runners, but one of the favorites right now in this league. You know, it's really kind of a two-horse race right now, which I hate to say before finals, because both Brisbane and Perth could, in theory, lose round one to Sydney and Melbourne, you know, so it's anything can happen once you get into the single elimination finals format. But right now, the talk has been about how this is a two-horse race between Brisbane and Perth. They've split their series here this year, so if it comes down to the two of them in the grand final, it's going to be an incredible season, or finish to what has been an incredible AWIHL season here so far.
I don't think that it was entirely expected that Brisbane would do as well as they are right now.
I don't think it would, but I can tell you what. So I work for a radio station out in Ipswich, and I did an interview with a lot of the players before the season started. That's all up on my social media. You can go find that. Shameless plug. But the belief that this team had coming into this season, there was nothing but confidence coming into the season, and every single player that I spoke to, whether it was Kelly Costin, the captain, whether it was Matt Meyer, the coach, whether it was Amanda Dixon, Madison LaPlante, Amy Fitzgerald, every single one of these players said, our eyes are on gold, and anything other than gold would be considered a failure by most people within this season, so within this team. So when your expectations come into the season that high, you've got a lot to live up to.
And we're off. Annie Fitzgerald winning that face-off, getting it back to Madison LaPlante, and Fitzgerald again with the puck being intercepted in the neutral territory, and Eris trying to do something with it, passing it up the boards and just giving it back to Mossman, over Mossman's stick, and back to Tehima. Tehima still, pushes Mossman past it, picked up again by Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald trying to take control. Eris sending it back. Still in Brisbane's territory. The captain sends that out and across, and Wuthrich trying to get there, but it's picked up first by Malthaner.
Just to notice what I noticed on that first breakout attempt, Amy Fitzgerald hit it a little bit hard, and I think that's because a couple times this season we've seen ice cuts between the first and second period leave a lot of water on the ice, and I think she thought the ice was a bit stickier than it was. Here comes Clinic.
Kilinik with the puck, stops, sends it back to LaPlante. LaPlante sending it back in, and that one bouncing off the Boondall boards, back to Kilinik and out to Wuthrich. Wuthridge sends it back to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald coming up and making some space as she does so well, keeping it in control, takes a shot. Oh, hit the leg pad of Moonen and back out. Costa keeping it in now. Costa to Mahoney and now coming back out. Costa still keeping it in and it's just comes out of the zone finally and sent straight back in.
Just an unsung technical thing that Moonen does extremely well. She angles her pads very, very well and makes sure that those rebounds are going to go down to the corners instead of popping up right in front of the net.
Into the corner out and coming down the ice, Jamie Goonen's going to chase that one down and she has Lunn coming after her. Goonen sending it up to Mahoney. Mahoney repositioning, sending it back to the other side for Costa, giving Halub an opportunity. Halub trying to control it, sends it behind the net and over to Bedell. Bedell backhands it, but she has no player there to collect it, so Sharnita Crompton will do that. She gets shoved down by Lunn.
Arm in the air, too.
There is an arm in the air, and now the whistle.
So we're going to see what the call is officially. It's going to be elbowing again.
That's the second penalty on Lunn, I believe, in this game.
Second or third?
Just the second, as according to eSports Desk.
So, you know, and that's the second elbowing one, too, I believe. You
For
know,
her,
it's good physical hockey, you know, and sometimes it just gets turned up a little too physical. Adelaide right now, they know what they got to do. They know they got a big fight in front of them. So it's kind of hard to stay. It's very hard to stay centered. But right now, it's their biggest thing they need to do because Brisbane 3 for 3 on the power play. And if they make it 4 for 4 right here, it could almost be game over before it gets started.
LaPlante taps it back to Wuthridge. Wuthridge walking the line, gives it to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald also cycling around. Wuthridge going to the other side. Pass to LaPlante. LaPlante sends it across. That one, just somebody got their stick on that, goes out to Killinick, and it comes out of the zone. So a little bit minor error. Fitzgerald being pressed into the boards by Multhaner.
Very effective penalty killing right here. Just
Absolutely.
tie the puck up. Don't let Brisbane do anything with it.
That's 35 seconds done on that penalty for Adelaide. A good pass up to Mossman. Mossman brings it into the zone, and she's trying to make some space. Leaves it behind for Wuthridge and goes to
Back
plant
post.
herself in front of the net. Yeah. And that one, Killinick took a shot, but it was blocked. And back out to Wuthridge.
I've been saying it all night. Adelaide got to watch this back post, man. It's been their Achilles heel on every penalty kill so far.
You can see Mossman getting jostled about, but she's not going to be bothered by that at all, given her profession. She's well prepared for that. And that puck rolling out to Wuthridge. Wuthridge trying to control it. Killinick gets it back to Wuthridge. Wuthridge coming in to LaPlante. A shot, a save, and picked up. I think that was Venus protecting Moonen in that instance.
It was very heads-up defense to get the puck out of there.
Back out to Fitzgerald, just a little bit too much sauce on that, and she's still in control. She's so good on the blue line. Never makes a mistake. That one shot from LaPlante, second shot on, and here, that is 20 seconds remaining on the power play. Meet at Billy's power play. Fitzgerald sends a backhand across, and now an opportunity. Here comes Halub. Wuthridge gets in front of her. Shot goes high, bounces off the netting, and picked up on the other side. Mossman leaves it behind for Wuthridge. 3 seconds remaining, and that will just about do it for that power play.
So back to full strength here. Adelaide got to work now and break something out. Their first successful penalty kill of the night.
Courtney Mahoney sends that one towards the net, picked up by Crompton, not able to get the shot off. Fisher is there now. Fisher just keeps on moving through traffic and back out to the Rush. Rush setting up a pass just too hard. That one will be icing.
No, that's one of the things that Adelaide didn't want to do right now. They had a big moment. They killed the penalty, but then they've just gone and given the puck away in a dangerous spot. You know, it's better than a penalty. It's better than conceding a goal, but right now for Adelaide, these little things are going to just start to add up, and they've got to start making the little things right. You see here a good secondary chance there. The rebound was big, and Fitzgerald just couldn't get it on. The shot was on target, but another great double save there by Emma Moonen, who, to be honest with you, is the reason why this game's still 3-all. Another save there.
The Rush won that face-off, but yeah, dangerous situation. Kelly Costa now with the puck. And back to Fisher. We heard Fisher's call for that puck again. It was one of my favorite things about the Lightning women, listening to the different personalities.
You can always tell when Fisher's on the ice based off the call alone.
I just love it. back to Mahoney. Oh, no, not Mahoney. Still controlled by the Rush. And alt captain with the puck passes it up, and it's sent straight back out. Crompton takes the shot, goes into the boards, back out to Sinclair. Or Fisher. No, she got the goal.
Yeah.
Was not Sinclair.
Assist to the Boondall boards. Right there. If you play on this ice, you know exactly what happened there. Those boards, they're not fully fixed. I don't know if it's that they're not fully set, if there's some kind of give to them, but oftentimes if you fire a puck down there, it's going to sit up for you beautifully, and it did right there, and Fisher scores. Allie Fisher, it is her 5th goal of the season, her 13th point.
She looks delighted.
An extremely great time for there. At Adelaide, I said before, it was panic zones. Well, panic stations got even more frantic, if you will. Adelaide need to do something here because their season is slowly deflating right in front of our very eyes here on Valentine's Day.
I want to say something in defense of the boards. I'm the first one to talk about the Boondall boards, having played here quite a few times myself. But watching last weekend, watching the game also against the Inferno and the Ducks, I've seen boards in other rinks here in Australia doing very much the same thing. If you know how the rink works and how it operates, you're able to take advantage of it.
Well, and that's the thing is when you play on these rinks, the Australian Ice Hockey League and the Australian Women's Ice Hockey League is a great shot on there by Adelaide. One of the unique things is this league almost feels like baseball in the way that every rink is slightly different and every rink has its own unique things and ground rules, if you will. Here we've got the couple gates the puck can get stuck under at. Adelaide, you know, there's some weird things about that rink as well that can happen down there. You know, every rink pretty much, even the Ice House down in Melbourne has some quirky things about it. So It's one of the things we love about ice hockey here in Australia. Here come Brisbane breaking it out through Woothridge.
Bringing it in the zone, trying to get past Langevin. And Langevin able to keep her away from the puck momentarily. And big, there's no arm in the air, but that looked a bit rough. The stick was stuck under her legs. But Woothridge is fine and working with Kilinik. Cybulski gets it back to Halub, and now Mahoney. I'm not sure how the ice is operating right now, but this is just much messier this period so far.
There's some spots, right? There are definitely some spots that get low and that kind of puddle up a little bit. Brisbane are just looking out for him well, and they're kind of almost shepherding Adelaide into the spots, as you saw right there, right near that red line.
Halub sent a big pass, picked up by LaPlante. LaPlante keeping it away from Cybulski. That one just goes past the captain, Tahima, as well. And now coming in is Sharnita Crompton. She takes a shot. That one was blocked by number 92, Wiegand. And back to the Lightning, Mahoney. Mahoney leaves it behind for Fisher, who just got the last goal. We are 12:26. This is the first time that I think the Lightning have come ahead in the shots on, as well as the score. So Adelaide has just slowed down just slightly.
And you know, when you carry a shortened bench like they have up here tonight, it's going to make your job harder as it goes on. And Adelaide really, ideally, they'd love to be 4 goals up right now and being able to conserve energy for tomorrow. But right now, they are in probably the worst case scenario here almost halfway through this game, as they are 4 goals behind. They've got 5 goals that they need to get in front of them. And then they got to do it all again tomorrow night. And on top of that, they got to hope the Sirens lose. So right now, if you're an Adelaide fan, its finals are a glimmer at the end of the tunnel, but not completely out of the question, though. It would be a truly special effort, though, if they were able to make it from here.
That was an icing call on the Lightning this time and brought it into the zone for the Rush, but it came straight back out again. And now we have Courtney Mahoney hunting for a goal. She leaves it back for Fisher. Fisher sends it out front and straight onto the stick of Kolbita. Kolbita now making a move, passes it across to Eris, and Eris sends it into the corner. Sinclair keeping it away. Floating out almost in front of Meyer, but not quite. Sent back around by Costa and picked up by Halub. Halub sends it back into the corner, goes just past Costa. Eris sends it back up again to Halub. Halub chips it back down. Costa tries to keep it away, and back to Sinclair. Sinclair back up the boards again. Lightning having a little bit of trouble breaking it out of the zone. Halub keeps it in again. Back into possession of Nat Eris. Eris sends it straight out front. Perfect opportunity for Tehima, but not able to get the shot off.
You literally can't draw it up any better there for Adelaide. Drive the baseline, have someone trailing all alone in the slot, and just missed on the shot, just scuffed it a little bit. You see it here, she's trailing. The pass into the slot was picture perfect, but just almost wasn't expecting it to get there. I don't know if she didn't think it was going to beat the traffic, but all of a sudden it got there. That was a perfect opportunity for Adelaide to cut this one, and now here come Brisbane the other way.
Adelaide won that face-off, and Brisbane are trying to take control. It's getting a little bit sloppy. Rapchuk sends that back up to Wuthridge. Wuthridge is being followed. That one bounces again to the back post of the goal and back around the other side. The rush coming up, kept in by Fitzgerald, and back again to the defense. Rapchuk with an opportunity now to pass that up to Fitzgerald. I'm seeing a lot more disconnected passing this period. Rapchuk over to Dixon. There's an arm in the air.
Yeah, there's going to be a body check call here. So perfect chance here for Adelaide. It's going to be interference is the call. It's going to go against, I believe, that's going to be number 16 down there.
Katrina
Rapchuk. Her first contribution.
So it will be a penalty kill for Brisbane
Actually,
now.
that might
Power
go
play.
Dixon.
We're going to see number 71
so
Wuthridge.
It's actually Emma Wuthridge is called there for the interference. So as we said, Adelaide needs to get a chance on the power play, and they got one here. Let's see what they can do with it.
Martin trying to take control of that puck. It goes back to Kolbita. Kolbita keeps it in, sending back now to Lund. And a nice shot and a save. Rebound opportunity using the boards, coming back around the other side to Eris. Eris sends it back, and Mossman now will try to clear that. Mossman pushed into the boards, not able to do what she wants with it. Martin is there, and so is Tehima. And Crompton coming in to assist Mossman. Mossman using her body and pressuring that puck. And so much body contact, so much muscle being used. Back to Kolbita. Kolbita, we know, has a strong shot. She walks in. That one was saved, hit the official. Came back around to the other side to Kolbita again. 1:15 remaining. Kolbita sends it back to Mulvaney.
I think she just walked it in a little too much. There was a very open lane to shoot, and I think she just almost wanted the too perfect look as LaPlante's able to kill some serious time off of this penalty.
1 minute remaining, coming back into the zone. Here come the rush again. And back to Lund. Lund trying to get it across to Cybulski. A shot onto Meyer. Big rebounds again.
Big double save from Meyer, too.
Yeah, Fitzgerald gets it out of the zone. It's picked up now by Venus. Venus trying to get it over. Cybulski sends it in.
There's a hook coming.
Langavan chasing it. Rapchuk with the puck and another penalty.
So a big chance here for Adelaide now. 5-on-3 for about 34 seconds. We saw it right here in front of us. I had a perfect view from my vantage point. There was a slash in there. There was a hook in there. And Daryl Dunsford called whichever one he decided to. So the hook is what's going to get called officially.
On Annie Fitzgerald, which means that the two imports, the two top goal getters, scorers on this team are now in the penalty box together.
There's 70 points sitting in the penalty box right now for Brisbane.
Martin won the faceoff, gets it to Kolbita, sent across to Eris, and now behind the net.
Great save by Katie Meyer there with the left pad, able to get it down into the corner.
Back to Kolbita, Kolbita to Eris, and that one Rapchuk gets in the way. And we have 16 seconds remaining on the penalty on the 5-on-3. Another shot goes high. That one, the official trying to get out of the way as quickly as possible. Rapchuk trying to move that out. Costa trying to help. And back it goes, Malthaner. And we are back to 5-on-4. So it is still a penalty kill for the Lightning. They have 4 players on the ice. Kolbita takes another shot. Heard some post on that one.
Yeah, that beat Katie Meyer to her right. The pipe saved it.
Malthaner sends it across to Eris. This power play line is going to be tired. Kolbita takes another shot, blocked. That one floating out to Martin. And we have 1:04 remaining in the penalty kill for the Lightning power play for the rush.
There's too much puck watching from Adelaide right now. They need to get a player to that back post and try and make something happen here. They're kind of being very passive and kind of looking for something to happen.
As I said, I think that line was out for so long that they were just a bit tired. And they all went for a change as soon as they had the opportunity to do so. Okay, Cybulski now being followed by Wuthridge. Wuthridge, wow, what a spin. Cybulski poked away by Rapchuk. Back over to Lindsay Kilinik, off the boards and cleared easily. Venus will go and collect.
Cybulski with a good drive there, just had no help and had to try and do it all on her own, and she wasn't able to.
Here comes Venus. Venus is, yep, I hear the coach, all yours, and that's how it did look. Langevin tries to pass it in, but LaPlante blocked it, and
just
she blocked another one.
Walking it in a little too far. You got to see the net and just take the shot.
And that one, bounces behind the goal. Another opportunity for Cybulski. A save by Meyer, bounces up and over to Rapchuk, and we're clear. Back to 5.
On her head right now.
Back to 5-on-5. You could hear the cheers. And LaPlante now being pestered by Lunn. Out we go again to Holub. Holub sends it back into Lunn, and that one to Venus now.
Adelaide aren't getting anyone down low. They've got 4 skaters on the blue line right now. I realize they're going for a chain, but you can't just keep throwing these shots on from distance and expecting one person to fight off 4 for the rebound. Get players to the back post, get players down low, and start taking shots, because right now you've got 26 minutes to save your season. And you've got to do something quick.
They have come back up in the shots, 23 to the Rush and 16 to the Lightning. That power play got them a fair number of shots on. That one finally comes out and is poked away by Gunin. And that one floating in front of Meyer. She freezes the puck.
Yeah, there's going to be Kelly Costa's not happy with that extra little jab at the puck there. Katie Meyer covered it up. A little bit better from Adelaide, but again, if you've got a player there at the near post, you can force something dangerous to happen. Right now, they've got half of the formula going well. They're getting pucks to the net. You just got to have someone there to do something with it once you get there, because Katie Meyer is not getting beat by most of these shots from the point. Here comes a great chance now.
What a breakout from Mahoney. Mahoney coming into Moonen. Tries to take the shot. She got pushed out a little bit late.
Holub with an incredible play there, just saved a goal for the Rush.
Here comes Kolbita. Crompton pushing against her. Those two do know each other well, and it looks a little personal. Back around the other side, and Lightning trying to move it out. Holub stops that one. Crompton trying to bring it in. Crompton using her body as much as possible. And back, trying to set it up again. Kolbita is there. Back over again to Courtney Mahoney. She taps it out to Crompton. Crompton has Fisher in front of her. Crompton takes a shot. Hit the stick of Moonen, but she was out of position, and the Rush tried to set it up. Goonan sends it straight back down.
Adelaide need to recognize that Brisbane are playing extremely passively right now. They're up 4 goals, and they're just kind of coasting all over the ice right now. There doesn't seem like there's much urgency in this Brisbane team. Adelaide need to jump on that. They need to realize that, and they need to use it to their advantage to try and get one of these 4 goals back.
Back to Rapchuk. Rapchuk to Brown. Brown shovels it in. And it goes behind the net, waiting for Sinclair to see what she can do with it. She sends it out to Dixon. Dixon takes a shot. Good save by Moonen.
There's too many Adelaide players skating to the puck right now. They're leaving someone open because there's 2 people always flocking to the puck. I don't know if that's just trying to build pressure to force a turnover, if that's by design, or if they're just puck watching right now, and Brisbane are all over it.
I'm enjoying watching the physicality of Katrina Rapchuk in defense, and that's back to the stick of Holub.
There's a shout for another hook there, but we play on.
Kilinik has an opportunity. Somebody's lost a net guard. That one gets past. Cybulski's now trying to move that up the boards. And Dixon still fighting her for it. Cybulski's just not going to give up. Dixon sends that back up. Wuthridge now moving. And over again to Holub. Holub having a fantastic game today, despite what the score shows. Cybulski passes it across to Martin. Martin coming in. Takes a shot, goes behind the net, and picked up again by Fitzgerald.
That was a heads-up shot there by the here comes Cybulski. Pardon me, great shot on.
Wow.
And Meyer with the save. There was an Adelaide player who's slow to get up. It was Biddle. But very, very heads-up play there by both the shooter and Katie Meyer. She saw Meyer starting to drift off to her left, and instead of taking the shot across net, had all that wide-open net. She's gone near post, almost caught Katie Meyer napping. But Meyer with a great save.
They whistled. I think they thought there was an icing call. They're deciding to take it to the center of the ice. Dixon is saying she did not ice it. I watched her very intentionally get to the red line. I'm not sure which side of the red line she was on when she dumped it in, but she was watching.
The Adelaide bench is fired up right now, but this is competitiveness, right? They know their season's on the line. They're fired up. They know they've got to fight. And, you know, right now, you're a team that's looking your season dead square in the eyes right now. And right now, they're ahead on the shots, 25-18. And Daryl Dunsford's coming over here to just talk to the Adelaide bench here. But Adelaide, their season is quickly fading away from them. They need to do something quickly. I hate to keep harping on this, but it is the storyline of the game right now.
All right, we're ready for a face-off now. We have Tahima, the captain, and Sharnita Crompton. And there's another short delay, and now we're going to get underway. That one won again by the Rush. The Rush have won a fair number of their draws in this game so far. Up to Fisher. Venus gets there first. Fisher trying very hard to get that out. Not able to do so. That one sent forward and onto net by Eris.
Yeah, I don't mind that there. You know, you got players coming up the ice. If they're not there to help out right away, take a shot on, make Meyer cover up, and you can set something up here in the attacking zone. You see here on the breakout. I want to see some players getting up and also stretching the ice wider. You got to get those wingers out wide and not just sit on each other, because all of a sudden when that pass comes across and you're 4 feet away from your partner, the defender only has to really move their stick. Get out wide, get to the boards, and make this Lightning team work.
Crompton won that face-off. LaPlante draws a penalty, and tripping it will be.
And this is just frustration now from Adelaide, right? You know, they're staring their season right in the face. They're down 4-0 here away. And right now, all of these little things are just going to keep adding up, keep making this job more difficult. And every second that ticks off this clock right now just makes that mammoth task they have in front of them even bigger.
That is another penalty on Klobita, which will be her second of the game.
Yeah, you don't want your imports in the box.
Wethrich back over to Crompton, to LaPlante. LaPlante takes a shot. Crompton almost able to tip it in. Another shot by Killenick, tipped upwards into the netting. Killenick with the puck. And just try to kill a few seconds on that. We have Halub holding on to the puck as much as she possibly can, and Killenick's finally able to come around the other side. Gives it to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald making space. Takes a shot right on to Moonen, I think, but then the puck was floating there, and Killenick's going to try again. Sends it back to Wethrich. Wethrich back to Killenick. Killenick across to Fitzgerald. Another shot. That one blocked by another player. Up and over again we go. Another attempt there by Killenick. Killenick is relentless at the moment. And that one's cleared.
And the first little bit of reprieve here for Adelaide on this meet at Billy's power play for Brisbane.
Multhaner went for it. Why not? And here comes Wethrich up the other side. Wethrich has a line of 3 players, sends it across, poked away, so LaPlante couldn't get there. Crompton gives it to Killenick. So this power play line, this meet at Billy's power play line is staying out. Back to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald back over to Killenick. Killenick takes a shot. Big opening there, but not able to get there fast enough. And Langevin just pushing as hard as she can. Backhanded into Moonen. Moonen decides to stop that puck.
And that whole chance was created by a great deke from Annie Fitzgerald, showing off her pedigree. A great little deke there, toe drag, creates some space, and she's able to get the backhander on. Anne-Marie Fitzgerald has come here to Brisbane this year and has made her name known. 4 years at Boston University, which, if you don't know, is one of the premier college organizations for ice hockey, both men's and women's, in the NCAA. Multiple-time national champions. Her pedigree shows itself.
Jersey still for sale if you want to get in.
All
on
these
the
jerseys still for sale, match worn,
sale.
and just look how beautiful they are. And, where can people go and check out that auction?
32auctions.com, but look at the Brisbane Lightning women's socials on Facebook or Instagram. Shot from Abby Brown. Moonen makes a save.
Confident save there from Moonen. Saw it coming the whole way. I know sometimes that looks like you're almost flinching a little bit when you drop your shoulders like that. Confident, getting her body in front of the puck. Both hands up, and confidently made the catch. Don't want to give up a rebound in that situation there.
And we're facing...
when you've got one of the most dangerous players in the league streaking down the ice at you, giving up any kind of rebound is just a recipe for disaster.
Rush setting up a nice breakout, moving it out of the zone. Multhaner coming up, but it's going to be pushed away. Costa now. Multhaner comes back to it into the corner. Rapchuk now. And that will be a penalty on the Lightning.
Easiest interference call Darryl Dunsford will ever make. I was actually about to say Brisbane doing a great job of staying within the rules and kind of interfering where they can. Interference is one of those ones where yes, it's black and white, you can't interfere, but when it's the contact, when the puck's nearby, there is a little bit of a gray area that you can work with. Brisbane so far here tonight have done a very good job working within that gray area and kind of just not allowing them to work too hard.
Martin at the face-off, won by the Lightning. Fitzgerald being pushed a little bit. Now we're getting a little bit pushy-shovey in this penalty kill. Back to Kolbita. Kolbita takes a shot, goes wide, and back out to Eris. Eris passes to Kolbita. Kolbita, oh, what a...
That was our own player got in the way. Riley Martin just in the wrong spot.
That had to hurt.
It's all going wrong for Adelaide right here.
And here comes Annie Fitzgerald. We've got a 2-on-1. And she passes it across
Bang.
to Killenek and a goal. Short-handed.
I talked about it all night from Adelaide's perspective. When you're on the rush, get wide. Get out to the boards. You saw it there. Annie Fitzgerald picks up the puck at the red line. What does she do, Amy? She takes it to the boards. Why? You stretch the defense out as much as you can, and then all of a sudden, Lindsay Klinik's all alone on the back post, wide open. See, she gets the puck here, takes it wide. Now all of a sudden the defender has twice as much ice to cover, and when that puck makes it to the back post, neither Moonen or the defender could do a thing about it. This is the little things, right? The little things that when you're fighting for your season, you have to do right. And right now, Brisbane, this is not an Adelaide collapse by any means. Adelaide have played good hockey. Brisbane right now are at the top of their game, and they are surging towards finals right now.
And back we go, 1:19 remaining in that penalty on Kelly Costa, so it is still a penalty kill for the Lightning. And the Rush are looking to get something going. Venus entering the zone up the right-hand side of the ice. LaPlante watching carefully. Venus forced around the other side, trying to take a shot, not able to do so. Mossman now pressing that puck into the boards. And Lund trying to pull that out, killing precious seconds. And we only have one left, and that's the end of the second period.
And a shot after the whistle there. It wasn't hard, but Withridge still let her hear about it. It's all Brisbane right now, 5-0 going into the third period. And Adelaide, we've talked about it, they had a mountain to climb. Well, now that mountain they have to climb is Everest. They have a huge, monumental task in front of them. And if they're able to win this game tonight, absolutely, it's the question there. If you win this game tonight, how do you manage the adrenaline dump for tomorrow? It's going to be a very, very interesting weekend of ice hockey. We got one more period here to go here on Valentine's Day. Brisbane lead 5-0 here, going to the third period. We'll be back in about 15 minutes' time. Don't go anywhere. We are back live here from Boondall for the third period of this one between the Adelaide Rush and the Brisbane Lightning here in the Australian Women's Ice Hockey League. Adelaide, the mission is extremely simple. You need to win this game. They are down 5-0 right now, and their season is staring them in the face. A storyline that happened between periods. Emma Moonen has been pulled out of the goal and will be replaced by Rebecca Kemp. Her record, she's 2 wins, 2 losses with a 4.77 goals against average and a 8.10 save percentage. She's only had 4 appearances, though. All 4 of them starts, too. So we will we'll see what she's able to do here in the net, if she's able to come in and settle down. But right now, we see the head-to-head stats right here. Brisbane up 5-0. The shots on target still in favor of Adelaide, though. They're creating shots. Katie Myers just playing fantastically in net. And also, Adelaide taking a few low percentage shots here. They need to create a little more side-to-side motion. But right now, the big story in this game, we see the penalties right here. Brisbane, 3 for 5 on the power play. Adelaide, they're 0 for 3. Their power play percentage slightly better than Brisbane's coming into this game, but it's slightly worse now. And so we are getting set here. Brisbane still have a power play. Adelaide have a power play. There's still about 53 seconds left to go on the penalty to Kelly Costa. The run home, though, we see it here. This is Adelaide's run home. And they are in need of wins in pretty much every single one of those games. And they got to start here. They're down 5. They got to get to work. Adelaide have a mountain to climb, and we are underway in the third period of this one.
Martin took control of that face-off and pushed down Fitzgerald at the same time. Fitzgerald has 4 assists so far in this game, and Lindsay Killenick is sitting at 3 points in this game alone with 2 goals and 1 assist. Back to the corner for Madison LaPlante, and again, it is still a penalty kill for the Lightning. Back out to Eris. Eris sending it across to Kolbita. Kolbita's sitting at 59 penalty minutes so far this season. Eris back across and picked off by Fitzgerald, and Fitzgerald moving around. She's so good.
Oh my goodness.
So good with that stick handling.
She almost beat the whole team.
And Eris brings it back in, leaves it behind for Kolbita. Kolbita has to stop for a moment, and she's getting good pressure from Fitzgerald. Gets it back up to her player, and it's picked up now by Mahoney. I think, no, that's not Mahoney, and that one cleared. And that is the end of the penalty. And they are calling that icing now.
Yeah, just killed it off in
very,
time.
very delayed. I was wondering if it was icing.
Yeah, they just too late with that dump out of the zone. Brisbane did a great job to kill that penalty off. Their penalty kill has been fantastic here this season. And Adelaide right now, perfect spot to have this draw for them. We've seen them create already twice here tonight, a win off the face-off down there in their attacking zone and have a quick one-time opportunity. So they'd love to get one on goal here because 18:57 to go in this game. They need to get one now.
We saw Cybulski come in and take that face-off, and she tried to get a shot off there. She's not been taking the face-offs too much in this game so far, but I am very used to seeing her in that position. And very messy official almost hit with a stick. Fitzgerald gets it across the line, dumps and changes, picked up now by Venus. Venus sends it up the boards to Lunn. Lunn enters the zone, and Mahoney gets in front of her and takes the puck cleanly away. Moving around and clearing that up to Fisher. Fisher sends it back into the corner, and Cybulski's with it now, trying to send it out. Goonan pops it back the other direction and coming back out to Fisher, backhanding it out of the zone quite easily. Courtney Mahoney with an opportunity, not able to get around Venus. And coming in now is Bedell, and back across in front of Kemp, picked up by Lunn. Lunn backhands it, picked up by, Crompton.
Venny with a heads-up play there that almost saved the goal, was just able to tie up the Brisbane player in the slot and not allowing her to get an uncontested shot on target.
Nice collision between Kalambokas and Kolbita in neutral territory, and Kolbita's still with the puck, taken away now. And Goonan trying to redirect it. She sends it up the boards, picked up by Tehima. And Kolbita again with the puck. Kalambokas now using her physicality. Kalambokas also from Adelaide will know this team very well. That one shot right on Meyer, bounced off. I think that might have hit her head.
Much better from Adelaide, getting bodies in front of the net there. They've been creating a bunch of rebounds, but just finally there was able to actually create something dangerous off of it.
Shot taken by Sinclair, which was blocked by Wiegand. And player shoved down. No official saw it, but the crowd sure did. And she's wobbling around a bit. And in the meanwhile, we're back down in Brisbane's defensive zone. Brown trying to get that out. Now Rapchuk left behind by Martin. And Eris trying to get a shot on, and Meyer trying to freeze it, and a lot of shoving now.
Yeah, the push came in late. The Adelaide player fell to the ice. Cooler heads prevailed, and that didn't become something bigger.
I'm actually a bit surprised that it didn't become something bigger.
Especially with Adelaide needing to fight for this game as much as they have. We know that this team has no quit in them, as there's just some talks here. But good job by Adelaide right now. They're definitely doing better to start this period. They're creating much more extended time of possession in the zone. They're creating some shots, and they're getting bodies in front of the net. They just need to create more dangerous situations and start really trying to chip back at this game, because every single second that is taking off of this clock right now makes Adelaide's season getting closer and closer to being over.
They're doing a lot of things right, as you say. The puck possession has been good from the face-offs, but now Kilinik brings that in, dumps it in hard and around the other side for Fitzgerald. And Fitzgerald trying to get that puck, but Multhaner just relentless. Over to Venning and back again. Rush trying to do something. That one popped out. Rapchuk now has an opportunity. She sends it back across to Dixon and sending it back into Kilinik and to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald, her pass got blocked. Over to Rapchuk. Rapchuk back around to Wuthrich. That one floating to Kilinik. Kilinik backhands it to Wuthrich. Wuthrich controlling very easily that puck through traffic, no matter how many people are hooking her, if I can say it. But she still made her way towards the net nonetheless. Langevin dumps that in and goes for a change. And now to Dixon to collect for the Brisbane Lightning.
Adelaide are playing 98% of this game. They are playing extremely well. They're doing a lot of the good things correctly. It's just a couple, really no other word to say it, soft goals they've given up. Couple power play goals, a couple defensive lapses at the back post, and Brisbane have just taken advantage of them. Potential another opportunity here.
Mahoney takes a shot on, saved by Kemp, his second one save, and now taken out. Cybulski trying to move that out of the zone, not able to do so.
So we wondered how Kemp was going to stand coming into this game cold, and she's come in and so far has made, I believe, 5 saves here in this early going.
Wow, it is getting very wild. I don't know what the coach might have said to them during the
I think the coach would have said, you guys are playing for your season. You need to make something happen, and you need to make it happen now.
They're playing better, right? They're playing, there's a bit more structure. The passes are coming off better as well.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a team talk as much as it was a reality check.
LaPlante now picking that one up in the boards, bringing it in and around, and Mossman coming in. So the defenders for Brisbane now doing the forechecking, and Cybulski going to skate that out of the zone. Sending it across to Eris. Eris tips it in. Abby Brown trying to get there in front of Eris. There's a lot of shoulder-to-shoulder contact. Sinclair coming in to help. Sinclair has the puck, was able to successfully take it out and passed it back to the rush. Another pass right in front of the net, but facing the wrong direction. They just got to streak
someone to the back post there. You've done 90% of the effort. You just got to finish.
There was another opportunity for Venning. Went straight across in front of Meyer. And again, a player down. Costa down. And here comes Tehima. Tehima changing direction. Players falling all over the place. Now Sinclair taking control of the puck, sending it up the boards the other side. Venning's going to pick that up. Venning takes a shot. That one deflected by Kolbita.
Just a little bit high. The deflection had a good trajectory on it. Was heading for the top corner.
Oh, big opportunity for Adelaide there. And Kolbita sends it back around to the other side, pops it out for Tehima.
Brisbane are so lax in defense right now. Adelaide need to see this, and they need to go.
Yeah, it seems very, very quiet at the moment and very slow as well. Here we go. Something happening. Grace Kalambokas decides to skate that up and go for a change.
And get a nice shift here. See, the strategies have completely switched from when we were in the first period. Brisbane wanted to use it fast. They wanted to spread the ice and be fast, use their speed. And Adelaide wanted to turn this one into a grind. And right now, Brisbane are the ones who need to grind this one out.
Wrap around by Fitzgerald. Opportunity for Rapchuk. Pops back out of the zone. Here we go. Lindsay Killenek collects that to keep it away from Martin. I don't know if you saw it before, but there was a dance between Witherich and one of the Rush players. They were just push-pulling each other in sync. It was quite lovely to watch. I'll go back and watch third period again when I get home tonight.
Extremely physical. Adelaide play very well physically, and they make, the best way to describe it, they make things uncomfortable for the other teams they play against. Yes, we've talked about it before. They are second bottom of the ladder, but not one team has really come in and had an easy game. Even in games where they've been blown out on the scoreboard, they've made life tough for the teams that they play. And moving forward, as this team grows up together, as the one just gets knocked away there by by Rapchuk, as this Adelaide team grows up, they've only got room to improve. They're only going to improve, and the future is bright for the Adelaide Rush. It's just this season it didn't all click.
Back to Lindsay Killenek, out to Annie Fitzgerald, and she comes around behind the goal. There was a replay. If you were watching on your screen, they showed the Fitzgerald wraparound again, and and a goal for Adelaide.
Huge goal needed, and we talked about it all game. Katie Meyer yet to have a shutout this season. If you get enough shots on target, there's the 31st one right there. Meyer with 30 saves. Keep getting pucks on net. Eventually something's going to happen. Martin's got a goal here for Adelaide, and the glimmer of light at the end of the tunnel gets slightly bigger. It's her 5th goal of the season. The first point here for Adelaide tonight.
31st shot, first goal. Riley Martin, the import, will be happy with that.
So it's go time now for Adelaide. They got the first one back. If they get another one quickly, and then all of a sudden the third, all of a sudden you might think this game on. But likewise for Brisbane, if they're able to bury one here, that could very well be the nail in the coffin.
You can see energized play and another penalty.
Silly penalty right here.
Interference call.
And it's going to be against, I believe that's Cybalski. She's been playing very well so far this third period. She's come in. She's a bolt of energy out there on the ice.
I think I told you before we got started today that Cybalski had 0 penalty minutes, so this may be her first penalty.
Commentator's curse, Amy.
I didn't say it on air, though, but
yes,
I said it.
Yes, you did pregame. Yes, you did.
All right.
11:59 here to go in this game.
I apologize to the Cybalski family.
I'm just glad that I'm not the only one who had
one
this
it's not
season.
on her. It's not her penalty. It's number 20. So it is a meet at
Commentator's
Billy's.
curse on me then.
Meet at Billy's power play. That one bounced weirdly to Meyer, back out to Witherich.
And, you know, Adelaide have created a couple dangerous opportunities on the shorthand here tonight. They'd love to create another one here.
So Amber Bedell is in the penalty box, and here comes Lindsay Killenek doing everything she can, and somebody has lost their stick. That is number 20 for Halub. Back out to Witherich.
She's got to be careful about the hold, though. Anytime you start battling in front of the net without a stick, it's really easy to grab onto the waist, the arms, just anywhere.
Witherich keeps that one in. Coming around to Crompton. Crompton up to Killenek. I don't know how Killenek got that pass, but she did, and it's back to Witherich. Witherich to Fitzgerald.
I got to give it a shout-out to Halub there on that last play. There's a slash, surely. No call? Okay,
no call.
We play on. I got to give a shout-out to Halub on that last one. She lost her stick and had the heads up to not just leave her post there at the back post, and stayed at home and was able to prevent Brisbane from getting an easy opportunity.
Did you see that setup? Witherich sent it straight across to Killenek, who is ready to send it into the backside.
And we've seen it all night. Brisbane have just been lurking at the back post, and it's almost a set piece that they run because they've done it a bunch. This is not the first weekend we've seen them do it this season.
Nice save from Kemp there. Back to Crompton. Crompton coming around now. Crompton takes a shot and a goal. She was not even looking at the goalie.
No look. We talked about it earlier. She ripped one of those no-look shots from the red line earlier, and this time she's just absolutely come down. She's had too much time, too much space, and she's just looked up, thought about the pass to the back post. The goaltender lapsed for just 1 second, and then the shot came in slow, it came in low, and it caught the goaltender off. It caught her back-footed, and Kemp concedes her first goal here of the night. And for Brisbane, that very well could be the nail in the coffin.
6-1, 10-19 remaining in the third. Shots are very even, 31 for the Rush and 29 for the Lightning. And the Rush have really been managing the shots, keeping them much higher than the Lightning for the majority of the game.
So some applause for the Brisbane bench as they have done their jobs, it would seem, here tonight. And Adelaide, their mountain to climb just got even bigger.
Venning taking control, but picked off by, I think that was Kalambokas. And back out we go, out of the zone. Dixon to Rabchuk. Rabchuk sends it into the corner. We have number 92, Wiegand, going to try to stop that puck from going anywhere. And it is, again, still quite physical. You've seen both teams using their bodies a lot in this game. Rabchuk passing it back to Dixon. Dixon sending it forward to the stick of Kalambokas. Kalambokas trying to get that in and does, but it's coming straight back out again, this time past Dixon. Lisa McMahon now on the ice, one of the original players, and she's wearing number 28.
You heard the huge applause for her when she came out onto the ice. We talked about it. She's one of the OGs in this team.
She helped set this up. She was there from the beginning.
There's not many AWIHL OGs left in this game.
Her, and a goal!
Absolutely huge. Big goal and looped over the head of Meyer. I think she thought it was going to go clear. And this one drops in the net, so by hook or by crook, Adelaide have cut this lead to 4.
And that is number 20, who had the penalty previously, Amber Bedell, with the goal.
It's her second goal on the season, only her second point. And you see it here. I've been talking about it all game. Send pucks on net. And I think Meyer just kind of knuckled a little bit in the air. I don't know what happened there, but the puck just dropped over and dropped in the net, and it's 6-2 all of a sudden. And Adelaide with 9 minutes to go. There's a little bit of light at the end of this tunnel.
Dunsford sees the late changes, and he's going to have a chat with the bench. I know he does not like that.
And he said, I've already given you a warning. Next time it's delay of game.
And he means it. We have Tehima up.
No, he's called it. 2 minutes delay of game against the bench.
2 minutes on the bench against the Rush. And risk of worse coming. The bench is not happy with that call.
Yeah, and if Coach Mantier is not careful, he's going to get ejected. He's already got the bench minor for delay of game. I think next from Dunsford's going to be unsportsmanlike if he keeps going.
Support coming in for Dunsford. Captain having a chat.
And yeah, the captains come in here, and I think this is very heads up here by the Adelaide captain, Kate Thema, who's just seen her coaches getting worked up and come in and low-key kind of tried to save him a little bit here.
The coaches have not stopped
I mean, and here's the thing, we talked about it before. Your season's on the line. So 10.
And it's still continuing.
So there's going to be bench misconduct, I believe, against the coach.
Sat by number 10, that is Kate Green. I don't believe that we've seen Kate Green on the ice yet.
So there's only 2 minutes. So there's only 2 minutes going up on the board.
I think the 10 was for number 10 to be sitting the penalty.
Yeah, so I think that was there. So 2 minute meet at Billy's power play for Brisbane. Adelaide, we talked about the discipline, and right now it's the coaches who cost them, but from an athlete's perspective, as someone who's played sports at a high level.
Turnover, Kolbida coming up. She takes a shot. That one went up and over and out of play.
I was going to say, as someone who's played sports at a high level, right, I'd rather my coach be like that. Yes, it looks bad at times, but you know for a fact you've got a coach who's willing to fight for you. You know for a fact you've got a coach who's going to put his neck out there on the line for you. It makes you feel a certain type of way as a player, and it helps lift you, because when you know that you've got a coach out there who would literally take a bullet for you, I realize that's a bit extreme, but when you've got a coach out there who would do anything for you, it lifts the team.
And we're back to Brisbane. Madison LaPlante moving the puck behind to Fitzgerald. They are yet to move out of their zone. They are being attacked despite their power play at the moment.
Yeah, this is a time that Adelaide really need to just sell out and forecheck 3-4 people. It really doesn't matter the situation at this point.
Venning kept that away. Fitzgerald's keeping it in. Fitzgerald takes a shot. That one was blocked by Venning. Venning is doing quite a lot at the moment. And Sharnita Crompton now with the puck. Sorry, I think I've confused Venning and Martin momentarily, but both of them on the ice at the moment. Lindsay Killenek coming after it and coming around, waiting, looking for opportunity. Passes to Fitzgerald, just goes beyond Fitzgerald's reach. Fitzgerald keeps it in nonetheless, keeping it away from Multhaner. Gets it to Killenek. Killenek trying to take a shot, not able to get the shot off because Martin was coming at her. Back around to Crompton. Crompton moving quickly to get control, creating space. Wetheridge shot on. Kemp saves.
Great save there, and then a very heads-up play there to use the stick to keep it from bouncing off the pads and creating a big rebound there. Kemp with a very heads-up play. We see it here on the rebound, or on the replay, pardon me. She prevents the rebound. The shot comes in from LaPlante. From Withridge, the shot came in, and a very good job there by Kemp to cover this one up. 7:43 here to go in this game.
31 seconds remaining in that delay of game penalty. That one comes back, picked up now by Eris. Costa's lost her stick and is going to keep on playing, and collected by Kate Sinclair. Sinclair passes across to Abby Brown, and an offside, unfortunately.
Just offside.
Just lost control of the puck on the blue line, as it happens sometimes.
Yeah, Kelly Costa coming back, lost her stick. Was just a very powerful skate by the Adelaide player, basically just skated through her stick. But Costa immediately got back on the back check, didn't try and find her stick, and she was heads up enough to be there to create the defensive disruption, but to also not get called for a hold, too. Great play by Kelly Costa.
I wanted to call out one more of the Gowanus players who's back on the roster this year. That's Charlotte Kelly. We've seen her play in most of the games so far this season, and the team has been very happy to have her back. I don't know if we'll see her play today or tomorrow. Back we go. Here comes Eris up the ice. Mahoney shouldering her off of the puck. Both players go down, and Costa picks it up. Costa sends it across, a little bit too hard, but fresh legs off the bench. Wuthridge is there. Here comes Venus. Venus, no stranger to this game, hits Meyer. Big rebound, a second shot. Comes out for Rapchuk this time. Rapchuk tips it around the other side to Wuthridge. And Wuthridge, big pass, saw Killenek way out there, and Killenek brings it in the zone. She has Venus after her as well. That one pops out to Kemp and back around to Cybulski now.
Kemp confidently says absolutely not and just paddles that aside.
Cybulski tipped away by LaPlante, and Wuthridge coming back up the ice again on the near side. Wuthridge passes it out, kept away by the Rush. Rush, big pass off the boards. Mossman will grab that, sending it over to LaPlante.
It's about 45 minutes too late, but Adelaide finally stretching this ice out wide, using the puck horizontally very well, and they're actually having a little bit of success with it.
You're
right now.
absolutely right. If they had thought of that earlier in the game, things might be a little bit different. Maybe they will try that tomorrow. There is, that was an offside for a moment. Wiegand off the boards, trying to get it to Cybulski. Mahoney and Fisher. Fisher coming in, taps it out for Mahoney. That one pops up in the air. And Crompton, I can hear Fisher calling for the puck. I can't help it. I don't want her to stop. I really don't want to laugh because I never want Fisher to stop doing that.
Strong effort there from Langevin.
Back out again to Fisher. Fisher coming around, saving that puck, keeping it away and bringing it out of the zone. Mahoney's got to be tired by now. Wiegand with the puck. And Mahoney coming after Wiegand. Pops out to Langevin. And almost offside. Brown almost came in, but here's Crompton now. Half of that line's going for a change. Gunin's out there. Again, one of the Gowanus players that I enjoyed watching back when I first moved to Brisbane. That one off the boards and icing.
Yeah, I thought that one got touched a little bit, but it's going to come all the way down. Adelaide certainly aren't going to complain as they'll get a attacking zone draw right here with 4:54 here to go in this game. They trail by 4. They got to go at about a goal a minute rate, and unfortunately, for the context of their season, overtime wins are not enough. They need regulation wins here. So Adelaide need 5 goals in the next 5 minutes to keep their season alive, essentially.
Back again, entering the zone is Eris. Eris gets around Gunin, but is pressed into the boards. Can't shoot from there, but can from where she is now. She leaves it behind, and I think that is Venus with the puck. And looking for opportunities, sending it out front. Very messy. Nobody's got control. It's still floating behind the net. Sinclair trying to get there. Venus again passes it out to Tehima. Saved by Meyer, kept away. An arm in the air.
Oh, yeah, Katie Meyer just got in there, too. There's going to be another call for her, probably. The call's going to go against Brisbane for the wrestle in front. There was a takedown. I think Katie Meyer was unhappy that she came into her crease and just gave her a little extra, how you going while she's down.
We can check the stats, but I think that Meyer has already had a penalty this season.
She has, yeah, I remember that. That was, I believe, against the Ice. It was a delay of game call, I believe. And Katie Meyer's jawing now. She ain't going to back down from anybody.
There's a lot of history between these two clubs. So we will see it. We can hear both of the coaches are yelling at each other across the rink.
Coach Matt Meyer is talking about the slash to the goaltender.
Cross-checking call. We're waiting to see.
Yeah, and Natalie Harris right here said, what about me getting punched in the head? So 4:13 to go here. The referee is just going to kind of try and calm everything down here.
Tehima's having a chat with Hartness, and Crompton is there as well. So we're getting, the captains are having their chats with the officials. The coaches seem to have settled down as well.
So McMahon is going to the box, it looks like.
So McMahon will be sitting for Meyer, I believe.
Yeah, so there's going to be definitely a penalty against Meyer if McMahon's in the box. And then the cross-check should possibly go. So this could possibly be 5-on-3 for Adelaide. And one of these could possibly be non-releasable as well. So, yeah, 4:13 to go, but they might have just been handed an opportunity to at least try and make something happen here.
If we don't have a replay on that, I will definitely be going back to watch.
So 5 minutes against Katie Meyer.
Sat by Lisa McMahon, 5-minute penalty.
So 5 minutes against Meyer. That is the one thing we have here for sure, and we will get confirmation from Daryl Dunsford right now. So 5 in a game to Katie Meyer. So Kayla Arthur is going to have to play the last 4 minutes of this game, it seems like, for Brisbane. And this just got very interesting. So Kayla Arthur, we got the information here before puck drop that she was going to get the start tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
But she's going to have to come in here tonight because it looks like Katie Meyer's gone.
So we're still waiting for that change to happen. The change has not happened yet.
So we'll see if, in theory, if she's got 5 in a game misconduct, she shouldn't be allowed to go back to the net.
I'm not sure how it works when it's on the goalie. It looks like she's going back to the net.
I might be wrong here, but so
she looks confident that she's staying
and
on the ice.
That's what Adelaide's saying right in front of us. If she's got a game misconduct, then why is she back in the net?
It's a fair question. And
I'm sure there's someone at home right now who knows the answer to this, who's screaming at me on the television right now.
There's no penalty assessed on the other team.
Yeah, so 5-on-4 right now.
5 on 4 for 5 minutes.
Unreleasable, yeah.
Unreleasable. And Katie Meyer still in goal. That one comes out to the blue line, sent back in and cleared by Amanda Dixon. And picked up by Kemp.
The one thing we know for sure, whether she was starting tomorrow night or not, Katie Meyer will have to sit tomorrow's game with that game misconduct.
Lots of bodies in the way. Kolbita now with the puck. It has left the zone, so it has to be reset. Kolbita to Eris. Eris back to Kolbita. Kolbita now sending it across to Martin. Martin coming in with Amanda Dixon following and making sure there's no opportunity back to Kolbita. So
Adelaide right now working the puck around. They got to get shots on quicker because they've got 5-on-4 for the rest of this game. 3:20 to go.
Eris's shot was stopped by Crompton, sent up the other side, killing a few seconds. Multhaner popped back out to Tehima and cleared. And that line for the Lightning will change. Kemp plays the puck. Eris picks it up.
Adelaide just... So I'm just hearing in my ears right now, the game misconduct is Kelly Costa.
I did see her go to the locker room.
Kelly Costa has gotten the double cross-check in the game, so she will be sitting tomorrow. So it is McMahon who's sitting a Kelly Costa penalty, in fact, not the Katie Meyer one. So there is your, pardon me for the confusion, there is your...
And back we go to Venus. Venus taking a shot. Mossman holding ground there. Another shot onto Meyer. Another shot opportunity And that one back to, almost to Fitzgerald, but Cybulski sends it out to Venus. Venus over to Halub. And Halub sending it back to Cybulski. Cybulski back to Halub now. And 3:04 remaining, which extends beyond the end of this game. Venus takes a shot. That one goes up the boards.
Adelaide need to be more urgent here. There's only 2 minutes left to fight for your season. You need 4 goals. You got to, I don't care if you sell out the entire thing. Make something happen.
What do you think, Lachlan? Are they going to pull the goalie? They have not done so yet.
I would have already, to be honest with you, but that's why I'm not a hockey coach.
I think I would have as well, and that's not a move that I would take lightly.
No, because yes, this is a regular game season, right? A regular season game. Yes, this is the Saturday of a 2-game series, but your season's on the line, man. You've got to make something happen. You would think that you'd see some more urgency out of this Adelaide team right now, because as it stands, this is the 3rd Adelaide season in the last 2 years in both men's and women's to end on this ice.
Kolbita takes a shot. That one stopped before it gets to Meyer. Dixon sends it up. Kolbita has the puck again. Kolbita, we know, has all of the abilities, sends it across to Eris. Eris back to Kolbita. One-timer blocked by Crompton, I think, that time.
Yeah, Crompton got the stick in there and was just able to knock it away. 1:38 to go in this game.
That one coming up the boards to Eris. Eris sending it back around again. 1:23 remaining in the game. Back up to Eris. Eris sends it back into the corner again. Martin's going to chase it. Tahima is there. Now no players there. Wuthridge sends it off the boards and clears.
So Brisbane, you would think it's pretty academic at this point. It will be 12 wins out of their last 13 games for Brisbane.
Kemp came out of the net to get that. Fisher decided to go on the forecheck during that moment. And it's very stretched out play now. Fisher sends it back around the other direction. 48 seconds remaining. They did not decide to pull the goalie at all, so their goalie's staying in net. I think that they've just resigned to the fact that this is what it is. Venus still going for it. And Venus passes it up past Langevin, gets it to Lund. Lund not able to enter the zone there, sends it to Cybulski. Cybulski does enter the zone. A lot of bodies in the way. And Halub tries to swing on the puck, and here it's coming out again. Cybulski's going to reset. 17 seconds remaining. Cybulski still going towards Meyer. Poked away. Dixon, 11 seconds. Cybulski
LaPlante
stopped
lost her
again.
neck guard and has thrown it to the ground.
And some players crashed into the net with 4.7 seconds remaining.
It'll be interesting to see if Daryl Dunsford makes a call. I realize it's garbage time at this point. It really won't make a difference, but when your neck guard comes loose, you are supposed to fight through it technically, and LaPlante lost that and just threw it.
He's making a call now? 2 minutes of interference.
Oh, no, interference is called.
Interference
actually
called on Ellie Fisher. So it will be a 5-on-3.
For the remaining 4 seconds of this game.
And still the goalie stands.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you need a goal. At this point, you need a goal a second. So there's Brisbane come up strong here tonight.
And a shot blocked again, and that will do it for the game. So here we are, 6-2, Lightning win, very full house.
As I said, it was 12 wins out of their last 13, but that is 6 in a row on home ice for Brisbane. We talk about it a lot in this game. You want to get hot at the right time of the season. Well, Brisbane, they got hot, and it's the pointy end of the season. So all smiles here in Brisbane. A very happy Valentine's Day indeed in these parts of the world. And for Adelaide, their season is not entirely over, because there is still a chance if they win out and Sydney lose every game, there's a chance that they can skate in by a point. There's a chance.
I'll just say that I believe the Rush are playing Sydney next weekend. So
things got very interesting. And there's some smiles exchanged here between the coaches down on the ice in front of us. But all to fight for tomorrow. Adelaide, their already very, very monumental task of making finals has just gotten even bigger. You know the coaches know what needs to be done. You know the players know what needs to be done. And we're back here on home ice tomorrow afternoon for the second game of the series, the final regular season game for the Lightning here in the season, and the final home game. So if you're at home, if you're at Brisbane, I believe there's a handful of tickets left for tomorrow, and that is it. So come on down to the barn. Let's help this team sell out a game this year. So your final score here from Brisbane, Brisbane Lightning 6, the Adelaide Rush 2. We are back here tomorrow night again for Amy Hubble. I am Lachlan Eels signing off. We will see you tomorrow night right here on AWIHL TV.